whenever you drill into metal, you will get sharp edges and bits. So I did not want to have any accidents in the future, using this product. So I'm hammering the loose bits and making sure to get rid of them. Hello, everyone. It is time to pot, or in this case, just replant the seedlings I started last month. This could have been done last week, but I wasn't into it. So here we are. Plus, I didn't have this. Mainly, this was not situated yet. I had to drill the holes and all that, and that was definitely not something I was up to last week. So finally, I have it. I filled it up with quite a bit of potting soil. Just bought potting soil, used a little bit of used potting soil. But then I did top it with the cocoa core and worm casting mix, just to, I don't know, make it uniform, make it less look chunky, but it is more chunky as you get down there. So the aeration is going to be perfect for this. Now, filling up this container, it looked like it took up a lot of soil, and it kind of does. But I have to keep reminding myself that, these plants might be teeny tiny now, but they get quite up to size in not too long a time. And lettuce particularly, you could, be good to go in a month to 6 weeks. So we're making sure they have plenty of room to grow. Now, a good reason to have this loose medium is that it's easier to separate out your plants. And this one's looking kind of sad, but maybe it will still recover. And then we have our basil. That one's took some root, but not the plant. Where is the plant? So the root is getting stuck at the bottom because the holes are. This is that soft plastic, cheap stuff. I got this for free at some point, and the root gets tangled up in that breakage at the bottom. There's one. Yeah, so a good tip is to squeeze and pull and use a fork. Kitchen fork is the best tool I've ever utilized for gardening. All right, now from here, it's smooth sailing. Just ideally, you keep the root ball intact, but just how it is for this particular situation. I don't want to bury it too deep. You do want to press around that root so that it's not too much airspace. The dibblers that they have, which is something about this shape, they just push holes that compacts the soil beneath and usually fits these size cell pods, I should say. So I feel good that this is not leggy. There's enough light getting on these. Now we have plenty of time, plenty, to sow. We have the opportunity to sow multiple generations of this lettuce practically all year. Anytime, anywhere, we can have lettuce. But this is the project I picked up for December because I get antsy and want to grow stuff. So there they are. This is my update for the hashtag WIG 2025 challenge. Now, yeah, this isn't much. I just want this for my, consumption and wanted to be part of that group and whatnot. So, what do we got over here? Is the strawberry little growing things. I'm excited. Those are looking good. Over here, looking like they're thirsty, are other plants that I'm growing. I'm out of water in this. But the snow is melting, at least this week, and I'm collecting as much of it to water my plants. And while I collected quite a bit of rainwater back in the, summer and fall, that was quickly used up by the houseplants because houseplants need some care too, and they take up a lot of water if you're watering weekly, and there's a whole lot of them. So I've run out of my rainwater. So whenever I get a chance to collect some, I am going to take advantage. I do have a little bit of, I call it distilled water. I'm not really sure if that's what it is, but it's the condensated water that comes out of the AC unit outside. Like there's a pipe that just gushes out water every time the unit runs. Hopefully you won't tell me that that's like terrible. It hasn't killed anything. But yeah, I've been collecting that and using that as my distilled water. Like, yeah, I've used it for houseplants last year and I didn't see any big, negative. So hopefully I will continue to do that. I also had a dehumidifier in the basement last year and the year before, but that hit the bucket. So I no longer have that to collect my distilled water. And I mean, I'm in the looking to see to replace it, but I'm not too serious about it at the moment. The basement is not as humid as, some basements might be. So I'm not really, wanting to get that investment just so I can collect plant water from it when I have plenty of good water. It might be heavy on minerals, but it's, not harming the plants in the long run. And they are short-term plants for the most part. Aside from that, oh yeah, so I'm very excited. I believe Healy at Healy Means and I are going to be restarting up our chat. We don't have a set schedule yet, but this coming Monday, January 12th, round about, I'll post something, when it's closer, but right about noonish Eastern time. That's 9 a.m. her time Pacific. We will have our first chat of the year. We're formulating what we're going to talk about. I think we'll sprinkle in, what seeds we're raring to do, what tasks we're going to be accomplishing in this coming few weeks in January, or what we've already started, which what I've already started. So yeah, very excited to be doing that again. And if you would like to do a collaboration, YouTube now has like that button that you can make it easier, I guess, to share content cross platform without having to do it on your channel and then do it on their channel or something. If you ever want to chat with me or have me chat with you or talk back and forth and hash out stuff, doesn't have to be gardening related, let me know. My email is down in the description. But I'm very excited for this coming season. We got a little bit of changes. I'm hoping I'm growing as a gardener, and I hope to help you grow too, not just plants. All right, thanks for spending this time with me. I will talk to you all again soon. So I'll harvest more. Bye.